no intro today because I was running late. Hi, I'm Steve. Hey, welcome to the workshop. This is another live stream. I believe it's day 24 in a row. And it's Susie's birthday. That's why I'm running a little bit late, because we had to have birthday presents and she had to try out the rocking chair, which she really enjoys. I'm just making sure I'm in the centre here. Pretty close. I'll just move this and that should, whoop, nearly spilled me breakfast everywhere. Wait a minute. Let me just stick that there and then I'll be there. I'll just move. There we go. That's put me in the frame. I'm in the picture now. It's all good. Good morning, John. How are you? I will convey your well wishes. She'll be down soon, I dare say. And we can all wish her happy birthday. But she loved the rocking chair. Had a bit of a sit and a bit of a rock. So it's all good. Well worth the time invested. I was very, very happy with it too, actually. Came out well. So I don't know if I'm going to do a real long stream today. We should get at least an hour and a half, possibly 2 hours out of it, because I promised I'd spend some time with her, which is only fair, I suppose. We'll see how we go. What I want to achieve today, so whether that takes an hour and a half or 3 hours, I don't know, is making the frame for, making the frame for this carcass that we can then set the doors into. So that's going to involve a fair bit of mortise and tenoning. For those of you that want to do mortise and tenons by hand, we will do that. Excuse me. I'll use the, what do you call it? Terry's plane, the moving fillers to cut the tenons, and I'll use Harold and Saxon chisels to cut the mortises. There you go. What have we got? Let's say good day to everyone. So I know John's in the house. First in, John. Prunella. Good day, darling. Welcome, Your Highness. I'll roll the red carpet out. Morning, David. Morning, Ray. Morning, Lucas. Morning, Zeno. Good day, Devon. Oh, Trevor. Yeah, I know. She's birthday girl. Got to be nice to her. Morning, Ben. Yeah, we all get down and pay homage to Your Majesty. Hello, Julian. How are you, mate? Louise, good morning. No, she hasn't done that yet, has she? You just reminded me when I saw her there. Been a bit hectic here, actually, the last couple of days, but we will get there. I might even give you a ring when I finish. There you go. G'day, Chad. Hope you had a good rest and a good sleep. Morning, Brian. Morning, Dogan. Oh, no, it's Bob. I thought they would say, you want a licorice also? There you are. Here, put in it. Go on. Go away. Yeah, we'll wish you all happy. We'll all sing happy birthday to her around the world. If Miller gets the red carpet, I demand the purple carpet with gold embossing. Now, I know that you've been a moderator for a long time, Ray, on Twitch and on YouTube, but I'm not sure if you've actually been elevated to royal status or not. You might have to clear that with the Queen. You couldn't be king, of course, but we could make you a prince if you like. And I think a prince should have a purple carpet, absolutely. Autocorrect. What was that? Oh, mate, I know. I'll tell her that. I'll make her red. She can hop in the washing machine with her quilts and she can get dyed. All right. Oh, dear. Hello, Bob. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Wait a minute. Bob wants to say hi. No, he doesn't. He just wants to scab me breakfast. Where are you? Come here. There you go. There you go. You're a good chap. You're going to say good morning to everyone, or are you just going to sit there and hope I feed you? You're going to talk. You're going to talk? Go and talk. I can tell you want to say something. What? Mwah. You're a good boy. Yeah. This is what he wants, isn't it? That's what you want. You're not getting it yet. I've got to have some of it first. Geez, I'll tell you what. I don't know why you don't meet me at the fridge. I'd also like to thank everyone that's sending me messages and emails. They really are heartfelt and heart energy out to all of you. They're quite humbling. You know who I'm talking about, those that did it. Zeno, thank you so much. Sponsoring surgery. She's not getting that. No, I'll tell her. Brilliant. Thank you for that. Heart energy out to you, light and love as well. Oh dear. Ah, that's wonderful. That's a birthday surprise for her. She can go and get her hair done with that, can't she? Yes, she could dye it red. There you go. Oh, you're going to give him carpet, are you, Brian? All right. Actually, I'll tell you what, I will get Susie when she... What's down there? Is there a mouse or something down there? What's down there that's taking your fancy? There's nothing down there. Oh, it's a dead cockroach. Fair dinkum, you won't get much out of him. I will get Susie to go and bring a cloak down, and you can be draped in royal garb. There you go. No, I'll take Susie out and buy her something nice. There you go. Done. Bob, there's nothing there. Give it a miss. All right, so where we got up to with this, let me just get Bobcam operating. I've lost my handle. There's nothing worse than when that happens. There we go, okay. Here we go, go. We'll go there. No, we won't, we'll go there. There you go. There I am, and here I am too. So what I've come up with, we'll do a jig as well. Not a type jig, I mean making a jig, a woodworking jig. Actually, I tell you what, I'm just looking at this. I don't know, I quite like that Wayne edge. What? Good sandblast, that'll look quite trendy, wouldn't it? I don't know, I'm going to check with the boss when she comes in. That looks I quite like that. I don't know. Bob, there's nothing there, mate, really. That. It's a bit Fred Flintstone-y, isn't it? A bit Fred Flintstone-y. No, I think I'll go with my original concept of sculpting them. So they're going to go there. These are going to be the rails for the doors. If I've marked all these correctly. That's going to be a bottom stretcher. Oh, I didn't machine those, did I? Doesn't matter, we can do that later. They're the door stiles. They're the bit that go up the side of the doors. So that means this got to be the other stretcher here, which it... No, that must be a spare bit. How did we get a spare bit? Perhaps we did. Who cares? All right. Now, that'll be the top one. That'll be the bottom one. And then the doors obviously will fit in there. Someone was asking me before about cock beating. Well, actually put a little bit of cock beating on the door, and I'm thinking of having, I don't know. Oh, we might have 3 panels, glass panels. We'll cheat. We'll do the framing with the glazing bars for 3 panels, but I'll just put 1 piece of glass in it. That's the way to do it. Oh, okay, I've got to machine those down. I should have done that first. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We have to make some... It's interesting. No, that's a spare bit. That's a spare bit. Here we go. That's a spare bit. This is a good bit. Okay, we'll have that as the bottom one, I think. Yeah. Then this one up here can be the top one. So first of all, we've got to work out exactly what width we want these to be, so then we can work out how wide we want these stretches. Then I'll actually dock, will I? Will I or won't I? No, we'll leave them whole, I think, and we can do the tenons on all of these together. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bits of wood, and we'll do the tenons on those. All right, that I don't need, we can leave that till later on. And these stiles, actually those stiles, I don't know. No, I'll leave those as stiles. That's what we're going to cut the mortise and tenons into there, and also these bits on the end. So we've got to find that measurement out first. So I'll have a look at the chat and then we'll get into it. Also fixed up the moving fiddle stairs to the Arvo works. Oh, well that's good, Ray. Let me go down here. Yeah, that'd be right. He's a good dog. He's a hunter. But at least whatever he catches and kills, he eats, which is good. You're not wrong, Julian. I'm losing me grip. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Anthony, hi from New York. We're getting hit very bad. Your videos are helping me with my... Oh, thank you. Heart energy, light and love out to you too. No, that's wonderful. Yeah, I try not to look at the news or read the newspaper because it just does my head in. But I had noticed, yeah, New York is getting a real bad time. So a lot of healing energy out to New York, and good energy. Let's see if we can stop it from spreading and keep everyone in check. Because, yeah, that's the biggest concern. I'm not going to get onto the subject, but the biggest concern, I think, is the mental health of a lot of people. Because this is unexplored territory. Even Sue and I, we go through patches, oh, this is doing my head in. But she's got her sewing room, and I've got all you people out there, so I'm laughing. It's all good. No more dancing, Steve. We can't. Oh, that wasn't a high energy one. Where am I? How come I'm not in the middle? I am in the middle. Oh, hang on. No, I'm not. There you go. That's in the middle. That's not the middle of the screen, is it? Yeah, it is. Oh, well, there you go. No more dancing. I'll laugh a lot. That'll make me wobble. You're welcome, Anthony. They're a nice bunch in the chat room. They have permission to give me a hard time, but nobody else. Yeah, I don't know. I can lose bits, Ray. You know that. I didn't even have to see you put that comment up, Prunella. That'd be Prunella. Yeah, it's amazing how just a little thing can throw things out, isn't it, Ray? Turns out my number 3 and number 7, blah, 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 2. Yeah, well, they will work a lot better once they get an edge on them. Morning, Jacob. How are you? I know it's been a while. Do you have a late note? Oh, okay. Yeah, you've been there. That's all right then. Because I tell you what, Prunella, she'll send the dogs out. Hey, T-Bone, how are you, mate? I'm not getting a haircut until this is lifted either, so if I look like Methuselah or Rip Van Winkle, that's the go. I say that now, but I think it's going to get very close to getting a cut. Susie says she's not getting her hair cut, but last night she's going, oh, it's driving me mad, but I'm not getting a cut. What is the go with that? You put a tie on for dinner last night. Was it formal, Trevor? Making egg pan meatballs and spag. Oh, that's it. All over the T-Bone's place. Yeah, that's it, John. We're one big happy family. Yeah, you might as well pretend you're going out. What was the... Oh, I was going to take Sue to a big flash restaurant. Save myself a packet. I'll take you to a restaurant tonight, darling. They're all shut. Oh, well, it's the thought that counts. I love cutting the grass. It gives me an hour and a half to sit there and do nothing. Is that you get a rough haircut every 10 weeks or roughly every 10 weeks? Hi Ian, how are you? Welcome to the workshop. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, Prunella, you make the most out of your haircuts, obviously. Hey Benson, how are you? Thanks for jumping in. Oh, I can't say my 2 favourites because I'll get in trouble from my other 6 favourites. Hello, Trace and Steve. How are you, darling? Are you well? That's good. Good luck tomorrow too. I won't tell them what for, but you hang in there. Oh, there you go. Look, Trace, look. Here, oh, Bucket Lugs is up. Here, come here. You got to show Tracy you're eating it. Come on, up. There you go. There, Auntie Tracy gave you those. He doesn't care who gave them to him, providing he gets them. So they're good. And Tracy, will you stop laughing because you'll have to go somewhere otherwise? Oh, now Steve's laughing. Oh, don't you love it? Just wanted to scare the... Right, I'm used to rough haircuts. She doesn't. Oh, mate, you honestly trust her behind you with a sharp object? I bet you she's tempted to cut more than your hair. Do you know the Aussie artist Len Head? He once long ago posted a YouTube video on how to cut your hair. He reposted the reason and said, such a weird idea. Now is it. There you go. No, I don't. Wayne Clements, I know. We used to do TV shows together. Well, we're not the same show. We both had TV shows on the same TV station. He's brilliant. Check him out. Wayne Clements. We were going to do a joint stream. I was going to make a room divider and he was going to paint it. But it could still happen. I don't know. Wayne, if you're watching, g'day. And Michelle. I'm surprised the liquor should be still... What? No, it's not almost full. Prunella. No, you're not getting another one, you big buff. Just I showing Prunella. So that's all that's left. There's not many. And there'd be even less if he could reach the top of the bench. Oh, thanks, Benson. We'll be using some of those later on. William, good evening to you from Brisbane, Australia. All the way from Cape Cod. We're watching a movie there the other day and it was set in Cape Cod. I don't know if it actually was. They said it was, but I don't know if it was. Can't remember what the movie was now. I like your faith, Trevor. Oh, Duncan. When did Duncan snicking? Oh. Just discover your channel started a bookshelf build very soon. Oh, good on you. Oh, I appreciate that. If you get stuck, let me know. Just drop me a hint. Oh, a hint. A message, and I'll do my best to help you out with that. Lab works. Get a pair of clippers and shave it once a week. I used dog clippers, but before we got Bob, we had a little hairy mutt thing, and I used to have to clip his hair, and then when we no longer had him, I kept the clippers. They cost $120 or something, but I've saved that in haircuts. Good morning, Max. If Bob had his way, they wouldn't survive that long either, Brunella. He lives in Mullum. Well, I've got another furniture mate, Mick, lives in Mullum. So I haven't heard of him, but there you go. That's been about an hour's drive from here, I reckon. Maybe an hour and 10 minutes from Mullumbimby. Oh, okay. I think we better do something. I've caught up with nearly everyone. Dreaming of the days were... Prunella, can you do something about that comment? Your other moderators are getting out of hand. It's all right, Max. It's because it's a Monday. All right, now, what I'm going to do is... Now, go away. Let me just eat some of this and then he might go away. Excuse I. No, I can't get it all into me that quick. You're just going to have to wait your patience. Okay, so I think if I bring this in 50 mil, 2 inches. And we got 2 inches on this side. That means the distance between there is 615 mil. Don't know what it is in inches because I'm using a metricated ruler. And I think I will allow 12 mil for the tenons. Even 15 mil for the tenons. That'll do. 15 mil for the tenons. So that means the tenons are going to go into the side stiles, 12 mil. So the actual piece of timber I need for the stretcher is 645. Okay, so we'll go over, cut these at 645. Just hoping they're straight. Ba-dum-bum. Yeah, that's right. 645. Okay. Mark that off. What did I say? 645. Cut both of those the same. We'll just go over to the drop saw and here it is, and do that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm just looking, I've got a kink there, but that's going to be, that should be all right. No, I'm just working out. I've got a machining snipe there, so I'm going to take that out, I think, first. Turn the dusty on. Okay, your brain's not working real well this morning, I tell you. Oh. And the doors, which are these rails here, I think I might dock that straight in half. It's not a nice bit of spalting on that actually. I'll dock that just in half and then we can play around with this later on. 50, we'll go 250. Just dock it here. Okay. Ba-da-bum. So we can put tenons on that, tenons on that, tenons on that. What else do we need? Nothing. Then we'll do mortices on that, mortices on that and that, which we can cut later on. Sit, stay. All right. Starting to get back into the swing of it. Oh. This one's consuming me, I don't know why. So I'll give you a camera. It was one I just started ages ago, and then the other day when I started, there's things, I've got to finish those boxes off. I've got to finish that chair repair off, but I must admit, I think someone's coming because Bob's looking very, very interested there. He's looking out there. Oh, look at that, here comes the birthday girl. There you go, it's all going to go silly now because birthday girl's here. Hello, darling.
Hello.
How you going?
All right, I'm a little bit early. But...
You're a little bit early. Well, that's all right. We'll allow you to do that because it's your birthday.
Oh, I've got things to do.
What are you going to do?
I'm finishing off more UFOs.
You're going to have to start doing new ones soon.
I am.
They're terrible. Hey, Zeno, look at... Where are we at? It's 4:16. Look, you got a big thank you to Zeno. Look, he sent you 15 euros
Oh,
for
thank
your
you,
birthday.
Zeno.
There you go. But it'll go into my account, so.
Okay. So I'm going to have to suck up to you to...
Hey, I didn't think of that.
I'm sure you did.
That works. I'll get me 15 euros out of you. That's, oh, good, that happening. Oh dear. So what are you doing today? What UFOs are you working on?
A couple of quilts that have... Well, I'm remaking one. But the other one's just one that I've had sitting around for a while, so I just thought, might as well finish them.
Might as well. Did you wash your hair?
I did. And
I was just telling them, you said you weren't going to get a cut, and then you're going, hey, it's all messy as that.
Crazy it was.
There you
So,
go.
well.
So it's those highlights have stayed in there pretty well, haven't they?
I'll highlight you.
In a graveyard.
Yeah.
What have I got? Oh dear. A very good morning, everyone. I slept in there. Max was dreaming about lathes. I didn't say that. Ray said that. Duncan, actually, you might be able to help me, mate. Got any good places you like to buy timber from? Yeah, I just go to the shed next door. What? What are you?
Plays himself.
No, I'd steal it. I'd take it before I know I've got it.
Yeah, right.
What are you facing, Duncan? That's the best idea. Morning, Randy. It's still Sunday. Oh, well, look, happy Easter to everyone that's having Easter today. And happy Easter for everyone that ate too much chocolate yesterday.
Yeah.
We got, I think we told you, we got the kids big.
Massive.
We play rugby league in Australia, which is, it's a big ball. It's like a gridiron ball, and it's much bigger. And we got these Easter eggs the size of footballs and the shape with the laces and everything. Noah hasn't opened his. There's nothing left of Anthony's.
Is gone.
It's gone. You know what he said to me last night when I put him in bed? I said, how'd you go, mate? You got any Easter egg left? Because I knew he'd eaten it all.
Yeah.
No. I said, you piggy wig. Yeah, but I didn't eat the bar of chocolate. Crikey, you wouldn't have had room for a burp, let alone any more chocolate.
I've only ever met one person that's a bigger chocoholic than Anthony. No, we don't have that much anymore. really fancy it.
Chocolate eclairs,
No,
chocolate
not
caramels, black forest, caramello, peppermint.
Yeah, but who eats most of them?
Oh, I don't like black forest.
No, but you like the rest.
No, I do like eclairs, but I can't eat eclairs anymore. Google says, what? 24 inches. Well, I'm happy for Google. Oh, okay. Make you goggle, wouldn't it? Ice water. What? That was 645 millimetres. Thanks, Ray. That's what happens when you get these things and you... I'm a metric baby. Oh, metrics, that's good. Our kids weren't, they were pounds, weren't they?
They were.
£9.
£9.
Steve-o, you heifer lump. Look what you got to look forward to, Trace. £9 one. Oh, no. Now she's cringing. She's must like hitting him with a pillow now.
Probably.
Zeno, Imperial always intrigued me. Yeah, it's weird. It was like when I was in, obviously, I was in Australia when pound, shilling and pence went and decimal currency came in, all of a sudden you doubled your bank account.
On the 14th of
February 1966, out go the pounds, shillings and the pence. You remember that, Trevor? In come the dollars and the cents. I'm not dancing, I'm just singing. Where were we gonna? I was raised. William, doesn't really matter what names you choose. Yeah, that's right, as long as the dots join up. Couldn't agree more. Where are we going? Am I nearly there? I'm still behind. I'm just going to have to jump through this.
Oh, it's all right. I'll just...
Happy Max's happy birthday.
Thank you.
There you go. You look younger every day. Should have gone to Specsavers, Max.
That'd be horrible.
What? Hello. I loves you. Oh, dear. G'day, Mark. How are you, mate? Oh, I thought you were in hospital. No, Prunella was in hospital. She better now. Oh, that's what Zeno said. that money was for getting your hair ready to get it dyed red. Oh no, she would never get red hair.
He's partial to redheads.
Apart from chocolate, yeah, I got a soft spot for redheads. Oh! Oh dear. Tummy hurts, too much chalky. Oh, well, it's nearly the same sort of ball, isn't it, Mark? All the way up there, you follow your rules. There you go.
You forgot the Tim Tams because I think I might have eaten the last one this morning.
Oh,
So
never forget the Tim Tams. Well, we're going to have to buy them even if they're not because they're essential, aren't they?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have essential services and essential food for me.
Oh, well, then I went the opposite way over in Holland when their bank account went from the Dutch currency, which I used to know what it was, to euros. Their bank accounts halved.
Oh.
Guilders, isn't that? Guilders. Dutch guilders. Is that right? I'll test my memory, see if I can remember what I learned when I was in the bank. Oh, you're not getting Tim Tams today, Trevor, because she's talking to her sister on the phone. They're conspiring against you. All right, you got a saying?
Yes.
You've been dribbling. I mean, I've been dribbling.
What's new?
You tummy ache?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I was hiding it.
You what?
I was hiding that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like that one. Oh, this is woodwork. This should be the slogan for Woodworking Masterclass. Suey's Sown Sensational Saying segment serialised and suspended. Here we go. Wrong one. There you go. That fits in nicely. Don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try. Hang on. Be afraid not to try.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work that out. Be afraid not to. Oh, yeah. Be scared of not trying. No. Yeah, scared of.
I used to say that to the kids all the time.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they say, how do you know how to do it? Because I've done it wrong so many times. And that's it. And in fact, it's better to learn what happens when you do it wrong than doing it right all the time because you don't learn anything. You don't.
Lessons.
It is. Well, how come I've only been married once?
Because you got the right one the first time?
Oh, too scared to leave.
Absolutely.
There.
You'd never find another one like me. Thank heavens he says.
I was going to say, that's possibly a good thing. But I won't.
Good on ya.
Because you're unique.
I know.
You are. That's it. Some people like using them, other people have hatred towards. What are we talking about now?
I have no idea.
Pocket holes. Hey, I keep meaning to ask Steve that one day. Where's Duncan? What are your thoughts on pocket holes joining, mate? If I don't make a comment, would that give you an idea of what I think of pocket holes? Look, they have their place. They do, not in fine furniture. DIY stuff, whacking stuff together in the shed, making benches, throwing stuff together for outdoor furniture. Absolutely brilliant. But I have the same thoughts. So I'm unanimous in that. Is that what Mrs.
I think so.
What she used to say? What was her name?
Mrs. Brown's boys.
No, Mrs. Slocum.
Oh,
Mrs. Slocum. I'm unanimous in that. I don't particularly like biscuits and I don't like Dominoes either. I think it leads to poor quality workmanship and starts debasing the skill set. And I let my feelings known to the company that started Dominoes, and we'll just leave that there. And look, honestly, a lot of the tools nowadays, I've said it before, it's the same as fishing rods. They're not designed to catch fish, they're designed to catch a fisherman. And a lot of tools out there now, they're not really there to make woodworking any better. They're there to con the public into buying it so they don't have to learn how to do it properly. Isn't it right? It's like cake mixers.
Yeah.
It is. But the kids know how to cook cakes.
Kids know
The
how
kids
to cook,
know.
and
They don't know how to clean
cook
up.
from scratch. No.
No, they don't know how to
That's all
clean
left
up.
for me.
That Mark reckons this one's deep.
I reckon
Don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid
to not
not-
try.
to not try. Yeah, no, you've got to give it a shot. Oh, dear. You guys seem to be a nice couple. Well, we sort of, I don't know, we're used to each other now, aren't we?
Yep.
Well, we're going 44 years.
Yep.
44 years. Hey, you're 66, 44. Should ring my sister up. She's into numbers. Good morning, Panda. Yeah, that's. Oh, I love it. I did that in a gig once when I was on the speaking circuit. The Yoda one. There is no try. You do or you do not do. There is no try. Yeah, great little green bloke, that. He had a lot of good thoughts. Cake mixes make sour cakes in my experience. You can't beat eggs, flour and sugar.
Cakes, biscuits from scratch is the only way to go. I was taught that way, and I taught my kids that way, and I taught my grandkids that way.
There you go.
So yeah, and I intend to keep doing it that way.
What, having more kids?
No!
Oh,
definitely
gonna
not.
say. Just behave yourself there. Not
Yeah,
happening.
well.
We can't sell the ones we got. No point in making more.
As Luke said to me last night. How would that work, Mum?
That's it. Oh, well, I better do so.
All
Very
right.
much so. I've been using them, but I want to learn the traditional ways of joining, like the sprung joint, I think it's called. That's it. You do on the bookcase build. There you go. We won't do that today, but we might do it down the track. Jeff says, hi, sir, happy birthday.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks. And everybody else who wished me happy birthday.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going
So
back to
I will, because I promised you I might not do a long stream, so I can come up
Alright.
and just pester you.
Yeah.
And I'll give you some sewing lessons if you like. I'll oh, I'm choking. I can't remember. It's how to put the boards together. Yeah, it's sprung joint. That's the one. Is Anthony woken up yet? He's having chocolate dreams, that kid. Honestly. Yeah, chocolate coma. Well, there you go. Don't be afraid to fail, because failing's how you learn. And it's not failing anyway. It's just learning how to do something differently that might not work out. All right, let's do some tenons. What did I say he was going to be? 12 whatevers. Use the Colin Clinton marking gauge. Colin, if you're around, g'day mate, how are you? How are you? Catherine, are you well too? There you go. That's ebony and brass. Lovely bit of kit. Now, what I want to do, I'm going to put, I don't know what this is. I think it's about, I had to trim it down yesterday. I machined the styles up at 22, and then when I looked at the timber I've got for the rails, it was 21, so I've machined it all down to 20 now. So there's 20 mil. So if I go 10 mil, I go 5 mil either side. That'll give me the size I need for the tenons. I always cut tenons first, then I'll cut the mortise to fit the tenon, because the other way around you can get into all sorts of strife. It's easier to cut a mortise to fit a tenon than the other way around. There we go. Okay, that's set at 5 mil. So what I'm going to do here is mark that and mark that. And if I'm right, this should just nicely fit between there. That's pretty good. So I'm going to set these up. And this is what, Max, the other day you asked what the moving fillister was used for. This is what it's used for. Cutting tenons en masse. It's an adjunct or a prelude, I guess, to mass production. Make sure you get all these little daggy bits off, or else you don't get square tenons. They've got to butt up to each other nicely. There we go. I'll put that there, that can go there. These can come up here. These are bench dogs. We might go 3 cams on there, then you can see the whole thing. So we just pull 2 bench dogs up here. Move my phone. See that? That'll go there. That one will go there. I'll line all these up. And I'll put this block here, and then we put a, where's the big one gone? Excuse I, I'm just going, there we go. This vise I'm using on the end here is an HNT Gordon vise, tail vise, which is a good bit of kit to have. There you go. Now, they're all level. And what I want to do, if I can, would be to hold them flat and put a bench hole down across there. And that will stop them from moving. Let's hold that in there. So they're not going to move. Moving fillister. What I say, I want a 12 mil. So I'll move the fence. We'll do it on this one. I'll move the fence 12 mil out, which is pretty close to that. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Got to concentrate. Okay. And I'll have this come down on the foot here. 5 mil. Remind me later on too, Randy, when I finish this, if you want, I'll go through the number 4 setup for you. I think it was you that said you did a number 4 and it's not working brilliantly for you. Okay. So the depth into the length of the tenon is measured by that, which is 12, and the depth is measured by this, which is 5. So we do that on this side, and because I'm going across the grain, I'm going to wind this one down. This is a nicker. You can just see that silver blade in there. And what that does, it actually cuts the grain before the blade gets to it, and that stops it from breaking out. So I'll end up getting a nice clean cut. You can see that nicker's gone in. Hang on, Bob, I'll let you out. There you go. Whoop. You can see that nicker cut there. That's actually severed the fibres along there, so when the blade starts cutting, it's not going to chip out. It's going to give me a nice clean cut. You can do these on a saw bench, on a saw table, without a doubt. But seeing we've got time and I enjoy doing it this way, this is what we'll do. And I'll be in the corner there. Here we go. A little bit of candle on the brass. See how nice and clean that is? Nearly there, got about a mil to go. As soon as that stops cutting, that means this fence is hit here. And if you don't believe yourself, you just put that on there. Okay, so I'm a little bit out on the fence. I'm going to bring that fence up a little bit more. It's like all machines or tools, I suppose. You can set them, but you're much better off to measure the actual thing as well to get it spot on. I think that is going to be right where we want it. Then we take that out, swap it around, and we do the other side. Turn it over, turn it over, turn it over, turn it over. Just make sure we've got that. So we get an identical cut the other side. Okay, I'm going to move that just a smidgen forward. Just so I come up a little bit shy, then I can check it for the final cut. Line all these up. Get those dags off. Too much concentration this morning. Okay, put that down, the hole down on it as well. And off we go again. That's hitting something somewhere. I'll do that one there. Ah! What's going on with that? One of those things. We will persevere. It's this end one keeps coming down. Perhaps I haven't got that tight enough. I'll live with it. That is annoying me. But anyway. Nearly there. See how we're going as far as the chisel width goes. Go down a bit further. That's good, that's good. Just a bit high up this end for whatever reason. I think that's got it. Yep. Hello, what's happened to my screen? There we go. All right. So there are the tenons for the rails. We haven't done the other side yet because I've got to cut these to sides. But seeing we were doing them, we might as well do them. And I've got to do 2 here, which are for the, where's my, have I got a, no I haven't. These are for the stretchers, and as soon as these are done, then we can cut the mortises. If I can find a bit of timber that's a bit shorter than that. That'll do. Oh, I'm getting all this stuff coming up that I don't want. Elgato game capture and what was the other one? Something about OBS. Don't need it at the moment. Okay. So the split apart there, so we'll just clamp that together. There we go. That's good, that's good. That's good. That's good. And we're nearly there with that one. I've got to keep on taking just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Turn this over. These hold downs are great things. Pretty inexpensive. In fact, you got a mate that's a blacksmith, he'll make you up a couple. Make sure that's level, so we don't get that click-clack we were getting before. Everything's nice and tight. Well, there we go. There we're going with the width of the chisel. Couple more passes. The reason I am checking it against the chisel and not being 100% confident on the plane depth is because I'm cutting it to 10 mil and I don't have a 10 mil chisel. I'm using a 3/8 chisel. So we might have a little bit of, just a little bit of paring to do in the end, but that's it. All right, let me have a chat. I've ignored you for long enough. Or perhaps you've enjoyed me ignoring. I don't know. But before we go, there you go. There's 2 tenons. Beautiful square shoulders. And there's 2 on that end. And if you hold the chisel up to it, it's just the right width for the chisel. So there we go. All right, what's happening in the chat room? Oh, what do I need? I'll work that in a minute. What is the time? 10:54. All right, I'll go back a few minutes. If in doubt, give it a clout. Yep. Back your hold down a bit more. Oh, okay. I believe that Veritas are bringing back the MX6, are they? There you go. I know the DX is still going, but they were having problems with the nickel or something or other going. It's, you know. Okay. This has me very glued to the chat room. Well, thank you. Thank you, Max. Can't do that in the lathe, can you? I like the idea of this way of doing it, though. I still use a saw, chisel and router to clean it up. Yeah, I used to, but this, honestly, is just so clean. We need some mineral spirits to unplug Max. It could be hide glue. Just a bucket of water will fix him. And, well, actually, as you know, I was talking to Terry the other day, and when I finished the stream, I rang him back to thank him for his generous offer, which I shall go to in a minute. But he's got 7 orders for 7 of these at the moment, so he's busy making those this weekend. It's called a moving Philister. Yeah, we'll give him a plug because he's a nice bloke. HNT Gordon. Yeah, what Terry did, for those of you that don't know, he's offered $300 gift card for an HNT Gordon tool. If you want a catalogue, go on the HNT Gordon website, email him a request for a catalogue, tell him you're watching me, Steve, or Woodworking Masterclass, or whatever you like, and answer this question. The question is, what timber does Terry make his Gidgee planes out of? And I'll give you a little hint. The timber on this plane is Gidgee, and the timber on these planes are Gidgee, except for that one, that's sandalwood. And that's Gidgee, and that's Gidgee. So what timber does he make his Gidgee planes out of? Tell him that, ask for a catalogue, and you'll go in the draw for a $300 gift voucher. And you don't lose any weight, because if you're in lockdown, it's really nice just to sit there and gaze over his catalogue. And his bench vices are to die for as well. I've got one on a bench up in the woodturning shed, which used to be on the room for woodwork. And he's got a pattern makers. I don't have a use for that, but yeah, they're brilliant. Absolutely gorgeous bits of kit. Ba-dum. Oh, I couldn't do what's that? Why not? It's easy. Well, I tell you, you want to do it while you're streaming. There you go. That'll test your metal. Oh dear. Oh, that clicking. Yeah, that was giving me the irrits. I don't know what it was. It was a bit sticking out. But anyway, we got there. That's the main thing. I like the idea of the way of doing it, though. I still did it. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. It does. It gives a really nice finish. Well, as you can see, there's just look how square those corners are. Now, they haven't been touched up one little bit, but it's crisp, clean, and dead square. Quick, Devon, go out and make a snack. Good night, Zeno, and thank you so much. That's wonderful. Susie really appreciates that. How did I build my bed? Which one? This one I got off a mate's veranda. His wife used to use it to stand on to get the cobwebs out of the veranda. This one here I just made up of, it's just made up of literally rotten bits of timber I couldn't use for anything else. The top I glued together, but it's a mismatch of jarrah, red mahogany, hoop pine, radiata pine, and whatever I could find lying around. See, Zeno. It's interesting to see all the planes you use cutting tenons like that. Yeah, it's only one, isn't it? It's good. Mortises will do with chisels, which we'll do on in a minute, Nev. Oh, thanks, Brunella. It makes me feel special. Well, that's a dead. You never told me what sort of timber you're after, Duncan. And if you did, I missed it. So tell me again and I'll see if I can point you in the right direction. Andrew, g'day. I have a real problem with my planes rusting, Queensland humidity. What can I do to stop it? Several things you can do. One thing is get a bit of candle wax. And I did have them in the end of my bench, but it looks like I've put them somewhere else. So I'll go and get one for you. Wait a minute. Oh, no, that's not it. Here you go, there's one. Yeah, so a little bit of candle or a block of, that's already paraffin wax. And, grab your plane. A couple of ways you can do it. One is, now go away, Bob, I haven't finished yet. I'll let you know when I've finished. Oh, I don't care, I don't trust you, he says. Okay, so, let's see. There we might go. That one there. Okay, bit of candle wax. You can either do it this way, rub the wax on your plane. That's Scotch Brite. You can buy that at the supermarket, or that's actually proper abrasive Scotch Brite, but it's the same thing. And then where that wax is there, you just rub it in with the Scotch Brite. And that will give it a nice soft finish. And then, here we go. We'll put some water on it. As soon as we get the thing working. There you go. See how that just all beads off now? So that's the protection. The other way you can do it is the same result, only the other way around. You can get your wax, rub it actually onto the Scotch-Brite itself, like that, and then rub that into your plane. It's great for thicknesser tables, jointer tables, table saw tables. Doesn't make any difference. Personally, I prefer the first method, but I think we'll see how we go. There you go. See how that's all beading? Very inexpensive way of doing it. You know, there is stuff on the market you can buy that's, you know, all this great stuff, chemicals and what have you, that are meant to do it. But honestly, if you look after your tools and just do that and wipe them over every so often, they will not rust. Because it's the humidity that does it. So if you do that, the humidity can't touch it. And it's cheap and it's easy to apply. So I hope that one helped. Give it a go. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-bum-bum. I'm just trying to find out where I was. Oh, Andrew, yeah. So I hope that helped, Andrew. Give it a try. I find it's much better than, say, spraying Inox or RP7 or 3-in-1 or WD-40 or any of those on there, because when you actually go and use the plane on timber, if you've got excess of Inox or WD-40 or any of those water repellent lubricant type sprays, it can stain your timber. Whereas with wax, no, it doesn't. And it feels nice too. It's not greasy and sticky on your finger. That's another thing too. If you get it on your finger, then you pick your board up, you can put oil on your board. With that, you won't. Do HNT Gordon make cereal bowls? If so, Steve might make a better job of finishing his break. Oh, it's because of a gas bagging. Thanks, Paul. I'll have another. You watch the mongrel move now. The dog will move. There he is. He's moved. No. I had every intention of finishing this before I streamed this one. Oh, well, and that was the number 6 I did it on. So there you know it works. And as Randy says, you keep using them, they won't rust. Claudio, hello to you and Bob, and hello back from Bob and I. Thank you for dropping in. Ian, Steve, where did you get your bench tools? They're Veritas ones. You can get them online. I don't know how much they are now. They're maybe $40, $50. Oh, where's Brian? I'm going to use my Swiss Army chisel. Get the glue out of it. They come in pairs. And yeah, they're just brass Veritas. I don't know if it's got Veritas written on it. No, brass Veritas ones. They are shinier than that when they're new. But I like them because they've got that spring on them, and also that chamfer, the taper on it, so it actually holds it down. You get downward pressure as well as sideways pressure. Yeah, that's it. Well, you know, I bought, what did I buy? I can't remember, 1,200 of the silly things for $100 or something like that. Had this huge day of melting wax down. The only thing I do know she wants it. Well, there you go. Do a live edge breakfast bar for her. It's, there you go, there's a live edge. Right there. I quite like the look of that one, but I'm going to do something different. I've sketched on the other side what I want to draw, so we might make a template up for that. And I'm thinking I might do a 5-leaf carving just on the bottom of that. So that'll be another day. I need those now, don't I? Because I've got to set out. I've got to set out where these are going to go. Now without water. With these tenons, I don't want them full width. I'm confused now. There you go. I don't want them full width. The reason being they're going to go at the bottom of these styles. And if I go full width, I'm going to have a hole here. So I'm going to cut them back, and they do have a name, and I've forgotten what it is at the moment. But a blind tenon, there you go. They're going to go in there, and I'll cut a bit off here. You could do a hatch tenon, which is cut at an angle, but we'll just we'll sort it out right now. That's what we'll do. So we'll get that camera going, and this one can come over here, and here we go. I think I'll put some water in there. Here's a trick for those of you that don't know. Put a little bit of water in your vise and your timber will not move. We had an incident yesterday when I was doing some planing and I didn't put timber in it. I nearly fell on the floor. There we go. Just mop that water up. Water can be your friend and it can be your enemy. Right, now, this one's going to go down here and that's going to go there. So now I just work out where I want it, and I think look, we're travelling now. Look at this. I think I'll have this one about there and about there. So that means when I've cut the tenon, I'm going to have to cut these shoulders off here. And the top one, actually I could do a complete tenon on that. No, don't want to. So this one, I think we'll cut there and there to there. Okay. All right. Mark them out the same. There's a square. I do something different to, if you want to actually see a terrific video on cutting tenons, I will say Paul Sellers has an absolute excellent one up there that he uses. Oh, hang on, I might have one of these. Oh, look at that. I do. That's a mortising chisel. Is it 1/2 inch? No, it's 3/8. Oh, bonus. I will use this chisel because it's a proper mortising chisel, and that fits nicely on there. Where's my blasted glue and everything, I tell you. I don't know how sharp this one is. It's blunt as blunt can be. So we might touch that up on the tormic before we get into it. But now, that's 3/8. Well, this one's 3/8. So you just measure either side, which again is going to be pretty close to 5 mil. And we'll put a mark there. And a mark there. And that's just going to be a bit too narrow, so we'll just widen that a bit. Once you've got the settings and your marking gauge is set, it's not such a drama. But getting everything set, that's what takes the time. I reckon that's going to be pretty close. You want the tenon in the middle. Sorry, the mortise in the middle, so then you don't have anything hanging over the edges. And that is spot on right about there, which you can't see. At least you can. There you go. That's right between the two. So I'll bring that mark down to there. And on the other side, I'll go that one. And this side I'll bring down. And I also will cut across the two. This is what I do slightly different to anyone else. I find it keeps me on track a lot better. So now I've just cut in where that box is. I'll take the rubber away. The pencil. I'll actually move. I should do both of them together, but I won't. I'll do them one at a time. Now what I do is I'll go along there with a chisel. We'll sharpen that mortise chisel up in a minute. Where are we? We're here. That's what you're looking at there. We might. I'll tell you what, we'll do this. I like playing with all the different camera angles we can get. We'll put that there. Sorry, Bob. Okay, so this is what I'm working on here. So what I do initially before I actually start to cut the mortise, I just do very small little cuts between those two lines all the way down. You don't necessarily have to do this, but you'll see the reasoning behind it in a tick. And I'll do a cut right on that cut line. Not super deep. And at this stage, it doesn't matter if we go a little bit beyond or under the width of the tenon, because we're not going to cut that to size until we've got this finished. Then what I do here is I just scrape that out or knock that out. Only about 1 millimetre or 1/2 mil is all you need to do. If you've got a an old woman's tooth or a router plane, you can use that. It does take a little bit longer and it is an extra step. But the good thing is, especially if you've got eyesight like mine, now when I come to actually cut it, I've got reference marks. So I can put it in and the chisel won't be going either side. Let's go over to the tool mic. I'll just sharpen this up and then we'll get into it. Where are you on? You on that one? What? That one, that one. On that one. There you go. So again, I'll sharpen this at 30 degrees. I tell you what, I don't think I'm going to be able to sharpen it at 30 degrees because it won't fit in the holder. Oh, well, all right. We'll just have to use a... Trent, your chisels are too thick, mate. I can't use my Tormic on it. We'll use a stone. Just to prove we can do it the old-fashioned way as well. Oh dear. Here we go. Bob, how about you go outside? Come on, let's go. Come back later. What I will do though, I will strop it on the Tormic. So what I'm going to do here, just a little bit of kerosene. Flatten the back. And I'm rocking. I'm not moving my arms, I'm just rocking. And turn it over. Pull the blade up until you just see a bit of colour change in the stone. That's right on the edge. And lean forward and back. And go across the stone. This is M2 steel, which is very, very hard. And all I want to do is get a very slight burr. As soon as I get a burr, I know I've got a sharp chisel. A very slight one, I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's definitely sharper than it was. All right, I'm just going to strop that now. I'll use the Tormic for that. Leather honing wheel there. There we go. Flatten the back off. Come around and do the cutting tip. In a lot of cases, if you're looking after your chisels, you only really have to hone them. You don't have to go back to sharpen them for quite a while. Just a good hone will brighten them up. Yeah, that's not too bad. I have had sharper ones, but that'll do. Okay. So let's do a mortise. Actually, I think this camera's going to jump about when I hit something. No. It's going to move. So we might just have to see how best we can do it with this. All right. Start at the end, soft tap. Which one are we on? Okay, so soft tap, then move up, move out a bit further. And I'm just levering it out as I go. As I said, what's his name? Paul Sellers. Yeah, he's got an excellent one, great demonstration. And he's actually got a bit of glass up there and you can see the chisel going through it and you can see what the chisel's actually doing. Whereas here you can't so much. But by putting that little countersink in that I did before, I really get a positive location on the chisel. I'm just going to go back here and get into it a bit deeper. You can use just an ordinary bevel chisel as well. Just don't put too much pressure on it. And so I'm here to tell you that a sharp bevel chisel is better than a blunt firmer. Turn it around on the end. And then come back a bit. But I better work out how deep I want this too, I suppose. G'day, James! Okay, so I've got the depth there. Now all I've got to do is just clean it out. And for that, you get a thinner chisel. I'll use one of my Swiss Army knife chisels. It's just going to do some gouging. Clean that out. Now I should be able to take this one right down straight. And get that stuff out too. I'm not a fan of using drills because they just send you off in all sorts of different directions and you end up with an ugly looking mortise that's not square on the sides. You can use routers again, but I also find with the routers you generally can't get them to go in straight and you end up with wonky sides and a poor fitting tenon joint. that last little bit out there. No, I'm gonna use a sharp one. This is a 1/4 inch. Just get that last little bit out down the bottom. I will say, Paul does it much nicer and cleaner than I do. Okay. Which one's this one? That's the bottom, that's the bottom. And if you can see that, that goes in there. So what we've got to do now is work out where we're going to cut it, and then we can send that home. Make sure I've got the right depth there. That's good there. That's good there. That's good all the way along. So that's going to be the front. This is going to... I might have that. We might have that as the bottom one. Oh, that one, I don't know. Now we might have that one in there. Okay. So now we mark off. That's where we're going to have to cut down, take this shoulder out, and then that should fit in there quite nicely. And again, if you're going to err one way or the other, err on the side of caution and cut the tenon a little bit bigger than you need. That way you can trim it down. It's much easier to do that than build it up. I mean, building it up's not a huge task really. You can just use a bit of scrap that you got on the ground for that. Okay, I'm going to use a dovetail saw. Could use a Japanese saw, could use a tenon saw. Hello, I've lost you again. I don't know what's going on today. One of those days, isn't it? What I do first, which I should have done, is cut this shoulder first. Get that nice and square down to where you want it. And I've come out at a bit of an angle, but it doesn't matter, we clean that up with a chisel. Cut this one. So if you roll from this shoulder to that shoulder, you're going to get a nice straight line on the shoulder. Pop him in the vise, and with a nice chisel, let's give it a tap, and it should. Ooh, Ooh, didn't like that. I'm going to cut that. The reason being it's got a knot. Had a little knot in it. Right there, which split. We'll try this one, see if it's going to... Might just pare that off that way. I don't think there's any real need to get super precious about it. This part here is a bit high because I went wonky with a saw. So I'll just clean that up with a chisel. And this looks pretty good on this side. Oh! And we'll see how close we got. Take a little bit more off of which one? A little bit more off the top one, I think. No, a little bit off the bottom one. That's where that knot was. Which one are we looking at now? There we go. Yeah, smidgen more. A little bit off the top. You could widen the tenon if you wanted. It doesn't matter. So you widen the tenon or widen the mortise or take a bit off the tenon. Don't make no difference. Whoops. There you go, if we wanted to. Put it in the vise. Where are we? We'll tap it all the way home. Now, still got a little bit to come up. Oh, a little bit to come off this end, and then that'll be it. But there you go. Looks good that way. Anyway, enough of that for the moment. I've been ignoring everyone. I've been focusing. I've had to. Where are we? Let me go back 10 minutes. Who has a huge, doesn't like a lot of things. I don't pick on Paul. Does not like the Mortise chisel. I see you prefer bench chisels also. Oh, only because I've only got, I did have a 3/8 Mortise chisel, but Yeah, look, bench chisels, they've got far more applications. You just got to be a bit more gentler with them, I'm guessing, Devon. Ah. I have long since accepted the truth there is nothing as dumb on earth as a human being. You got that right. Mitch, g'day, mate. I'm going to leave now. I have to rebuild a timber window frame 35 mil out of square. Plus my internet keeps dropping out. So all the best, Steve. I don't think I've ever made anything 35 mil out of square. Oh dear. No, but he's very talented. He's a good woodworker. I think the only thing I'm envious of Paul in regards to he actually has a team behind him. You know, one doing the camera work and one doing social media and this, that and the other. And I'm sure he has more input into it, but if I just had to come down here and do this, oh, would I be happy? You can if you want, Max, but routers, they skip all over the place. You don't get as nice a join as what we'll get there when we clean that up. James, I've been watching some of Paul's stuff. He's not that bad. He just has opinions and sticks. Well, don't we all, James? Don't we all? There are many ways to skin a cat. And there are many things that pass as cats. There you go. Right, if it's not number 471 knife, forget what something. Yeah, no, he's got a system going. But I mean, you have a look at his tool cabinet. He's got a lot of Veritas in there, a lot of combo planes, a lot of wooden planes. Oh dear. Yeah, he likes saws too. Paul Sellers does have a very dry sense of humour. He comes out with some good... He does. No, he's very laid back. Paul, man, g'day. Did I say g'day to you? Did you slide in? I like Paul Sellers. I think it's very traditional as far as basing his approach to tools to use. Yeah, no, he's got a lot of information on there. He really is good. The only thing, if I think I have a disagreement with, I don't particularly like number 4 planes. I like that one, Julian. I feel there's such a thing as a masochistic woodworker. They know there is a tool to do the job easier, but can't bring themselves to use it. Now that's lazy. That's not masochistic. That's just plain lazy. I do. I like creeping up on fits. Yeah, look, I think Paul's are generally pre-war number 4s. Which, yeah, I've got, I don't know how many number 4s I've actually got. I must have, I know I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 or 5 number 7s. I would have close to 12 number 4s, I think. I did have 3 5 1/4s. I don't know, they're all scattered all around the place. Did anyone have any thoughts on electric planes at the risk of starting a war? Oh, James, seeing you brought it up. See, look at this. I don't know if you saw this one the other day. Oh, I was in my local Mitre 10 and they had this gem. Look at that. It is, I showed it the other day, but what I didn't show, this is absolutely awesome. Oh, it's a widthless planer. So this actually flips up. So you're not limited by just the width of the blade. You can go wherever you like. And if you like, you can take that out. And there's a drum sander that fits on this. Is a drum sander. Triton, not a bad brand. just as I was walking into the shop, it was there and it said, take me home. I'm yours for $69. I thought, you got to be kidding me. I didn't want it, but for $69 I'll have it, thanks very much. So they have their uses, not in fine woodwork, but if I'm doing fencing or putting a retaining wall in or something like that, yeah, definitely I use them. They're good, I like them. But they're noisy and they're messy. Jumped again. I prefer Veritas. I love the iron adjusting screw. Yeah, I do too. Although, once you get used to Terry's planes, you know, the tap's all right. A design has been decided through the house, live edge tops with farmhouse style legs. What are farmhouse style legs? What is a farmhouse style leg? I have no idea. Is that a tapered leg? Love to see the works in progress. Yeah, mate, we've got one, and I tell you what, it's within $1 or less than Bunnings, and it's 12 kilometres away, whereas Bunnings is 25 kilometres away. And the staff know what they're talking about too. Oh, don't, Brian, I want the bigger one next. Actually, Bunnings are threatening to put a Mitre 10, Bunnings are threatening to put a Bunnings store right next to the Mitre 10. It's a massive Mitre 10 store. It used to be a home hardware store, and then these guys took it over. Yeah, Max, you don't mind electric planes and you don't like lathes. Can't figure it out. Yeah, Mitre 10's, well, it's a range of stores. What do they call them? A franchise brand. Let me do this, and then I know it's in nicely. We can move on to something else. I'll finish these off later on. Oh. Aha! Therein lies the culprit. I had a bit of a shoulder hanging over the edge of that. That should have it now. Oh dear. There you go. Oh. There you go. So that's nice fit. I've just got to trim off the bottom bit here to make sure it's all nice and square. When that gets glued and clamped, it's going to be nice and tight when I push it in. There you go. And it won't fall out either. So that's always a good test. If you can hold it like that and it doesn't fall out, you've done well. Oh, let me put these away. Got to work out how to sharpen this one now. I don't know. I'll work something out. Make a bit of room. You still there, Randy? You want to have a look at the number 4 whilst we're going? Oh, it's interesting. Where did my... Okay. Don't know. Find it later. I like my local Bunnings in Springfield. Oh, Dinkum, you just up the road. Mate, I'm just down the road in Jimmy. I prefer going to Springfield branch. I reckon they've got a better range there than they do at Brownstones. Mucho's better. And it's a cleaner store, and I think the staff are nicer as well. Sure thing. I did investigate in a hock blade and chip breaker when I restored it. Okay, well, let's do a setup of a number 4. Is hock, is that the name of a blade, or is that as in a hogging convexed type blade? I'll go and grab a number 4 from over here. This will be an old plastic one, but it'd still be all right. Hello, Bob. Bob's still waiting for me breakfast. You're not going to get, I think the milk's starting to go lumpy here, mate. Honestly, I would love to be able to feed you till you explode, but I couldn't afford to. Here then. Okie dokie. Pull it all the bits to start with. It's going to come to bits. Oh. If anyone else has got any questions or they're having problems with any of the equipment they use, by all means, shout out and we will do our best to help you. Ow. Okay, I'll leave the tote and the handle on there. All right, now, out. Go on, go. All right, stay there. As soon as I start doing something, you're going to want to go out, aren't you? Come on. There you go, good boy. All right, we'll assume that the bottom is nice and flat. That shouldn't, well, it will affect how it planes, but let's say that's nice and flat. That one's not too bad. This frog, which is what this particular piece is called, it does have a flash name, but they actually, what do they call it? Urban myth is that it got called a frog because it sits in the throat of the plane. So you've got a frog in the throat, but it's most likely a blade support bracket or something or other, but anyway, called a frog. What I do, again, get a bit of wax, just whack a little bit over these parts here. If you want, a little bit of candle wax on the threads. This is about a 1970s one, I would say. It's got the split legs at the back for adjustment. I don't know why they do that. Oh, it's meant to take end play out. And aluminium cast frog. So put that in there. And number 1 is make sure when it's lined up, the bottom of the ramp So I might just, if I can take that off, I'll take that off. And you can see. There you go. So the bottom, the ramp of the frog, is actually level with the mouth. Not over there like that. If it does, you can get blade chatter because underneath it's not supported. The legs aren't supported, so it'll give you blade chatter. And if it's further back, when you pressurise the cap iron or the lever cap, it will actually bend the blade, which will make it skip as well. So have it so it's a nice line straight down there and lines up with the back of the mouth. Like that. Oh, hang on, we'll put this on first. The adjuster, I just put a little bit of wax on that. Don't forget it's a left-hand thread, so it goes on the opposite to what you think it would. The reason for these split legs on the adjuster, supposedly, if you get play in between here and here, you can split these and that'll take any backlash out. Theoretically, so when you set your plane, you take the backlash out, your plane blade won't move. I am very suspect on that. Wind that in. Put the screws in. Make sure you have the washers on. Actually, I'll tell you what, that washer's not the right one. I'll get away with it, but that washer, if you're not careful, will actually slide into that slot, which I don't want. So it's either it's the wrong washer or they were just using leftovers when they built the plane, I don't know. See, that's a bigger washer there. Come on. There you go. Line that up. You can either get a ruler or a blade of a screwdriver works, or anything flat, and just line it up like that. So it's, when you pull this back, there's no clicks. There's a click there at the moment. So I'll push it forward a little bit more. Okay. That's exactly where you want it. Be careful when you're tightening these up, you don't skew the frog. So when you've tightened it up, just double check again. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. Blade, bit ordinary. I'll just give that a sharpen. So we'll sharpen that on a stone. Just so you know, you don't need to have a tormic. You can use a stone. If you've got one of these, by all means, use one of those, which that's an Eclipse guide, but there's some real cheapy ones around. That'll give you a 25-degree angle, and then you put a secondary angle on, but all my planes are 30 degrees, so we'll do this one by hand. Bring her back until I see a change in the colour of the stone. And forward, rock your body, same as I did before. Check for a burr. A little one. Okay, now we've got a burr on the bottom. Keep it flat, rock your body, not your arms. Take that burr off. Check it with your finger, it's flat. So I've still got a bit of one there. Okay. I use a leather strop. If you don't have a leather strop, go to one of the Goodwill stores or Vinnie's or something. Buy yourself an old belt for $2. And all you do then is just get your blade, couple of rubs on the leather. Don't necessarily have to have compound on it or anything like that. And always drag it, don't push it into the leather. You can check the back of your nail, see if it's sharp. That over there. Now with this, got to make sure this part is flat too. So you can do that on a stone, because if the chip breaker isn't flat there, when you're taking shavings, it can actually jam up with the shavings going between the chip breaker and the blade. So just on your stone, give it a couple of... What I've got on the bottom of my stone is some little brads. So I put it on the bench, push, and then it'll lock it in. And this stone I think I've had for, what, 20, 25, 26, no, hang on, more than that. Yeah, about 26, 27 years. And it still works. You can see a nice shiny edge down there. I don't know if you can see it, but right on the edge there, it's nice and shiny, which is what I want. Now put it on your blade, on the back of the blade. I allow about 3/32 of an inch of blade, depending. If I'm using it as a smoothing plane, I'll have maybe 3/64 to a 32nd. If I'm using it as a regular plane, I'll go 3/16. Just that little bit of blade hanging out. You'll notice this one too, I've actually rounded the edges over before. So obviously I was using it as a smoother. Tighten that up. You can use your lever cap as a screwdriver to hold that in. Doesn't matter. Pop it on, wiggle your lateral lever, just send that home. And then the tension I have is not that you've got to force the lever shut, but you've got to use medium pressure, I suppose. No, still too loose. Now I'll go maybe a quarter of a turn more. Yep, so you get a nice positive click. I'll put the knob back on. Now to tune it, look down the edge. What I do is I put a fair amount of blade out to start with. So for that, you turn it clockwise and that'll poke a fair amount of blade out. See if you can see that. And you can actually see it's popping up on this corner here. So to bring that blade down, you actually push the lateral lever to the side that's kicking up and it will even out. And then I do that until I get it right in the middle, so it's evenly poking out. And then I'll do just turn it anti-clockwise until you just get the width of a hair coming through. And we'll put some candle on that, get a bit of timber. Oh. Okay, that's pretty rough along there. It's got all those saw cuts. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, that's pretty fine. So I'm going to move it out just a little bit. There you go. And we'll see if it makes any difference. What am I doing? Right. We'll put it in here, see how it goes as a smoothing plane on a larger surface. Okay, this is testing you. Okay, you're getting a little bit of digging in here, if you can see that. Now that shouldn't be happening because I've got the corners rounded. If it's digging in that way, I'm going to move the lateral a little bit to that side, only a little bit. And there you go. That knocks it out. So I hope that helps, Randy, if it's any help at all. Providing your blade's sharp and you do what we just did, I don't think you should have a problem with it. Where are we? Oh. Randy, I'm going to check the frog as I have said it about a minute. What would cause the chipping to change after a couple of passes where I have to adjust it again? What would cause the clippings to change after? Generally something's not tight enough. Whether your lever cap is too loose or you're not tight enough with your cap iron on your blade, I'd say, mate. Let me just go back here a little bit. Are they? I'm back at Duncan. Oh, we got Neitherman. Where's Neitherman? Did he do? Neitherman, carpentry, too much talking, not enough working. Yeah, you got that. I have a home timber and hardware not far from me. They have a couple of choice Bunnings quality, yeah. Is that what they're going to do? The old Master, I used to like them. They were good, the old Master stores. I always said the Masters was a female hardware and Bunnings. Yeah, the difference being Masters, I reckon you could have them for stalking because they're just around the corner. Oh, can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? And you know, go away. Whereas Bunnings, they just disappear on you. You had some bad experiences when you were a kid, didn't you? Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-bum. You know what, that's true. Learn to sharpen first. No, I still haven't found that, Brian. It might be in the truck, I think. I haven't looked. I haven't gone through the truck in nearly 2 months. Morning, Alan. How are you, mate? and more fun when you sharpen, when you know how to sharpen, isn't it, James? Oh. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Oh, you see the tram lines, then you didn't. G'day, Earl. Hey, Steve, how are you? Those eight. We were meant to do them this week. We'll see how we go. Oh, I don't know if I could go that far signing them. Who knows? Let me go. Oh, let me put this over here. Oh, dear, oh dear. There we go. Whoops. Tell you what we might do now, I've started that, is quickly knock up, we'll start to do a jig for the design on the side of the cabinet that we just made that mortise for. So let me just rip up a piece of this muck over here, MDF. Where is that thing? Here we go. Oh dear. And then we'll come back and we can. There you go. That'll do. Well, that's not so much fun. Jammed in there, isn't it? Good stuff, MDF. There we go. Yeah, don't play around with table saws. If they don't feel as if they're doing what they're meant to do, leave them. Okay. I think we'll dock that off there. And that off there. Back in a tick. I'll just shoot this edge and then cut that off. Okay. So, now I know that's square. I think I used that last night. I'll use this for the bottom of it. And how far did I want to go in there? About 70. So what I want to do is get a nice lineal curve from here to here. So I might see if I can do that with the ruler. If not, let's see. Okay, that works. Now, where do we go from there to there? So I'm just using the, let's move that up there, using the bench dog here to hold the ruler, and then I'm flexing it to go from where I wanted it to go to where I wanted it to finish up. And I'll just draw a nice pencil line in there, and that's given me a nice gentle curve coming up to that. I'll take this bit off of here, and we'll just bring that. So that's going to be the shape of the side wings, and I'm just seeing what size circle I can get in there. To do a flower. What size did I draw that one? That's 70. What's 70 mil? 2.5 inches? This is 1.25 inches. 1.5 inches. I think I'll go 1.5 inches. So there's the centre. I'll put that mark there. And then I'll go 1.5 inches and we'll see what it looks like. Looks like a dog's breakfast, is what it looks like. It's too low for what I want. I want it to actually be up here somewhere, so I'll just move that centre line up. And we will actually put a nail in there if I can find one. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I think I've put all the nails back in the other shed. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, this will do. Look at that. This will do. Little nylon glide. Down a bit. There we go. I'm happy with that. And 1.5 inches, which is there. Let's go on. Sharpen the pencil up a bit, I think. And I want 5 leaves on it. Inch and a half is to there. No, it's got to come down a bit, I think. This is all the fun and games you go through, trying to get something just right. I'll bring it down to there. There you go, we'll try that. And then I think 5 leaves would look good. Because it's different. You know, whenever you see a compass rose or whatever, it's always got six leaves on it. Whereas if you have 5, it's a bit different. You could have 7, I suppose, if you really wanted to. Yep, I reckon that looks good. So we'll have that there. I'll go and get, wait one to play I Spy for a tick. There you go, all cams. I'll just go and get this other circular making thing. Here we go. See that one there that I had, that'll do multiples of 2s and 3s. I'm back. This one here will do multiples of 5 and 7. So what I'm going to do is put that back in there and we'll mark out our 5 pieces. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. draw those into the centre. See, that's those dots I'll put around there. I'll draw those into the centre. And that will give us 5 petals. What I'll do, I'll cheat and I'll get my carving tools out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get my carving tools out and then see what radiuses I have that I can use the easiest way to make these petals. And then we can carve carve them out. So that'll be, I'll most likely do another circle around the outside, maybe 1/4 of an inch bigger. And then we can carve that as well, if it behaves itself. So I'll draw a line around there at 1/4 of an inch. So there we've got a flower in the middle, then there'll be a rounded border, and then all this will be, the leaves will be in relief, and all this I'll take away underneath, and that will sit on the side of the cabinet. So looking good, looking good. Oh, that's it. Sue used to manage a shop called Ice Cream for Ice Cream. It's amazing, small world. G'day, Roscoe. Anyone want to be work from home IT tomorrow? Just say that's interesting. Go and have a beer, come back, tell them to restart. Oh, no, they're good, Max, because I put new batteries in this morning. So thank you. Hey, Mike, how are you? Is mahogany decking? Oh, well, it depends what sort of mahogany, I suppose, but I should say if it's mahogany, it'd be pretty good, Mike. All right, Duncan, I might even see you up at Bunnings. Oh, thanks, Randy, that'll be good. Oh, that's it, Brian. I'm with you 100%. You get that tingle down the base of your spine, or you think, oh, I don't think this is good. I don't think I'll do it. But you continue to do it. No, you should stop and just walk away. Go and have a coffee. No, it never happened. No, I don't know. I've got French curves hanging up here on the wall. And yeah, look, I would use that one. I use a heck of a lot more than anything else. The little ones, not so much, but that long one I definitely use for sure. That's good. Yeah, I don't, Max. I just get in there, boots and all. And if it doesn't work out, I go, oh no. $70 equals $70. Yes, good. Please have sorted that out. Oh dear. Hey Roscoe, welcome to the shop. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, that's nice, Roscoe, just for you. No blood. No, I cut myself yesterday, didn't I? Hey Brian, there is a technique that Steve does that my What is the technique? I've got to know. Yeah, you see, that's the trouble, Max. And look, it's good, it's well intended. I don't do that with any of the students I've ever had. I say, look, this is how I do it. You work your own way out. If someone pays me to show them how to do something and they're paying me to show them and I show them and they don't do it, I'll say, well, what did you pay me money for? You asked me how to do it, that's how to do it. So when you go away, you can do whatever way you like. As I've said many times with dovetails, if I made 8 different dovetails in 8 different days, I'd do them 8 different ways. It's the end result you're after. You're right, Roscoe. Good to have you in, mate. Your Veritas make nice tools too. Thinking of buying a hand router, brand new. Oh, no, okay, yeah, no, Ian, grab one of these. Whoever that was that Brian? They are absolutely, yeah, the nicest. I've got the, where are we going? I've got the Stanley ones, but for the money, the Stanley ones are going second hand for about the price of a new Veritas. But do yourself a favour and get the fence as well, because that's really, really handy little thing to have. And I think I bought the, it came with that cutter, and I bought the 1/4 inch one, which I did see on my bench a while. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the 1/4 inch one. I'd say I'd use the 1/4 inch one more than anything else, but no, they are really, really nice. Yeah, I was talking to Anthony Lee Nelson, and they there was something different between Lee Nelson and Veritas, but I can't tell you what it was because I don't have a Lee Nelson here. But the Stanley ones, honestly, you play with the Lee Nelson, and it is so much nicer to, not the Lee Nelson, the Veritas, it's so much nicer to use than these, and the blades are sharper and it's better steel. Handles are nicer, Babinga handles, which are nice. There you go. Yep, that's it, Brian, the whole lot. You never go wrong. Now, I've never used a spade yet. It's meant to be for corners or something, but no, I've never used it. Well, that's about it. It hasn't been a particularly exciting stream, I don't think. I apologise for that, but I had stuff I had to do that I couldn't get excited about. But at least we got the tenons done. I showed you how to do a mortise. Again, I can highly recommend. I don't know what the video is, but if you put in cutting mortises, Paul Sellers, he's got a great one with a sheet of glass next to it. And a lot more efficient than the way I did mine. But the end result is we got a hole that the bit of timber fits in, so you can't complain. Drew that up, got that ready to go. Hopefully we'll be a bit further ahead tomorrow. I do have to get back onto the boxes and Susie's thing, so we might do a bit of chopping and changing, even though I'm really enjoying doing this cabinet. I don't know, it just breaks up the monotony for me. I don't know about for you lot out there. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, ba-dum. I'm just reading everyone's James. My serious problems usually are too. My user problems usually... Yeah, isn't it? I found that with a car. I could fix anyone's car, cost you nothing, and just hit it in the right place with a hammer. Anything goes wrong with my car, now you've got to put a new bit on there. Oh. Night, Julian. Thinking of buying the hand. Oh, got that. Night, Devon. Edging closer and closer to Woodturning. Yeah, we are. We're getting there. We're getting there. But anyway, look, that's it for me. I really am. I've just about run out of steam. But we did get some things done. Oh, we pulled the number 4 apart and got that happening, which was good. Used the moving fillister the way it's meant to be used for cross-cutting. Cut tenons with that. Did out a mortise. Sharpened a couple of things on the whatchamacallit, the stone. And that was about it, I think. So anyway, this is Steve saying thanks to everyone in the chat room, especially the mods. Yes, you can have a purple carpet with gold trim if you like, Ray. I'll see what I can organise. I'll get Sue to do one on the embroidery machine. But this is Steve pulling the shed door down and going to get a new voice. So remember to keep it sharp, but more importantly, keep it safe, look after yourself, be kind to each other. Exercise restraint before you snap. And in this climate, definitely stay safe, keep your distancing, stay in the shed, it's safe in there. And I look forward to having your company at the workbench, in the workshop, tomorrow at the same time, when we'll do it all again with different stuff. Till then, God bless, have a great Easter, thank you so much for your company, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. I'm never going to be let to forget the bed. Don't worry about that one.